Encircle them!
We squash any who oppose us. Let us go. To the battlefield.
Welcome, Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi fans, to Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi with Omnius Prime. This is a great game by Koei from Japan, and this focuses on the Japanese Warring States period, 1471 to about 1615, and otherwise known as the Sengoku period in Japanese. I'm not starting at the beginning of this scenario. I'm several years in. I've got quite a few castles already captured and stuff, and in a bit I'll show you where I started from. But what I want to do is kind of start off with something of a bang and show you how battles work. This is got basically a strategic level where I've got armies formed and I'm either marching to or besieging several castles. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the clock.
Encircle them!
Now as you can see, the Aoshi here are gathering up the force. Now here, Aochi's army is right before us, here in front of Motoharu Kikowa. And because they are small, basically he's got this little army from Omori who's going to come over here to Kuros and then get the guys from Kuros to join him and fight a small battle of about 5,000 troops. Now, will you take control of the battle? I'm going to say no. This isn't the battle I want to show you. And it says that we have won the battle against the Aochi. Our aggression is soaring. Okay. Now over here on the left-hand top corner, you see the Shimazu. I've got all 5 little color bars colored in. The Aochi have none. That's because I have high aggression and I have been beating the Aochi into low aggression. So now that he's done with that, he'll finish up besieging. But as you can see here, there's an army of 14,300 that are gathering up against Takahisa Shimazu, who is the current leader of the Shimazu clan. I'm playing the Shimazu clan out of the southwestern island of Kyushu. And right now we're in kind of a central island called Shikoku. Now, I'm going to let clock run some more. Because what I want to do is get to this battle here and fight this tactical battle.
We squash any who oppose us.
So here now we have Masamune Shimazu. Now, this is a created character that I created, and
let us go.
Which is a cool feature. Now he's going to head off over here to Oyoki, and it looks like there's going to be a battle in 16 days because it looks like the army that's gathering over here is going to fight a battle and then come over here and think it's going to fight a second battle over here. So I'm going to go ahead and
battlefield
set him to march. Now, one of the nice things that I like about these things is this is a game that isn't about the biggest stack always wins. Right here you can see limits. Like if I go into battle here at Oyoki, my limit, even though I have 19,000 troops, my limit's going to be 11,000. And he has 14,300, but he would be limited to fighting with only 14,000 troops. So one of the things I really like about this game is the way it
Come on. Is that all you got?
kind of evens things out. Okay, so here we have gone ahead and captured Kurose. Now here, Chikayasu Kitanogawa has decided to join our cause. And so, yes, I am going to go ahead and
You're no match for us.
select him. Now, Kenshin Shimazu, another created character. Kenshin is
Now it's
patterned
time.
after Kenshin Usugi, which was one of the famous leaders of the Sengoku period. So what I did was, and Masamune Shimazu was actually patterned after Masamune Date. He was a great cavalry commander. Kenshin Usugi was called the god of war. So now that I've got these guys marching along to different castles, I'm going to go ahead and let Takahisa go into battle here. Now, if I were to try to do the auto-resolve on this battle, I would end up losing. Now, I've got 9,200 against 14,300. So I'm going to go ahead and set this battle up. This is the first time I've ever had a tactical battle feature that I actually enjoy. Oh, good. Nobunaga Shimazu, another created character. And of course, Nobunaga is patterned after Nobunaga Oda, the Fool of Owari, as he was originally known. Now, he's suggesting lure provocation. And I happen to love the plan lure provocation. Now, each army can have up to 9 units, a commander unit and then 8 subordinate units, okay? There are basically 3 types of weapons: spears, muskets, horses, so you can have cavalry. Now, I always like to, if you look down here at the bottom 2 on the right, those are 2 cavalry units, okay? Everything else is muskets. And if we look over here, Takayoshi Murakami has horses, so he's cavalry, but all these other guys are just spear guys. Now,
Leave this battle to us.
Now, lure provocation, there are different
Leave it
types
to us.
of tactics you can use, like this full charge. Entire army just charges straight ahead. You can't really do anything.
Leave it to me.
Luring ambush. Here you have a decoy unit. You're supposed to get enemy units around this guy and then use ambush units to... this is just too complex.
Leave it to us.
Subterfuge. This is another. You have a trickster unit and
Leave it to us.
once again, not something I would use. Tactician skirmish. This involves just too many little things.
Leave it
going
to
on.
us.
You have a no plan. Okay, I don't really do the no plan.
I will show you my skill.
Phantom, something with assaulter units and stuff. I just don't like that.
Leave this battle
Trying
to
do
us.
The lure provocation I like the most. Now, 2 basic things. As far as you have offense and defense. Now, when you're on defense, you tend to have these outposts, sometimes fortification if you built the facility for that. Now, what I like about this is that I'll have a tough decoy unit. Now, the 151, that's my attack. 158 is my defense. 1178, my troop count. Okay. There's 979, 1079, 880. Now, one of the things, now when I'm on offense, I'm going to go with cavalry on the flanks, okay? I like a good sturdy unit there. Okay, let's put, put him there. Nope. Now, let's see, 1079, 1080, 1079, 880, so let's move him up. Oh, 979, that's not what I wanted. Okay, there we go. I want good guys here. Okay, here's my main force. Now I have 1080, 979, 880. So I want like my weaker units over here, because they'll take a little longer to deploy. Okay, now as you can see, got all these guys, and they have, you know, a bigger force, 14,000 to my 9,000. Now, while the screen shows me, it shows that it's raining. Okay, there's the little rain cloud. So my muskets aren't any good as far as firing when it's raining. So I'm going to start the battle out at a bit of a disadvantage. I won't be able to utilize my muskets the way I normally like to. And muskets are great because you can stand off at a distance and kill guys. So now, if I were to play defense, my horse units would go in the inside here. Because now since they're faster, they can be farther back and move up quicker. But on offense, I want them on the flanks because my horses are going to go for these outposts on the corner, and then they will swing around like a pincer move to go after the outpost in the center. Now, outposts, the most important thing is morale. So this gauge up here is morale, okay, not manpower. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and say is, okay, I like the lure provocation. I've got my setup going. Now it's time to go to battle. So this is the Battle of Motoyama. Now, the enemy has an outpost. We'll be at a disadvantage if we leave it standing. About every 3 turns or so, what will happen is the outpost will give a morale boost. So then the arrows will go red and start to point towards me. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and start moving my units. Now, when I'm on defense, I can sometimes go ahead and stay where I'm at.
Your command.
Okay, now where the little white formation shows up at the bottom, that's about where it's going to end up. So I'm just right now.
Let's begin.
Putting them a little ahead of where
they
should end up, and they probably won't quite get there.
Let's begin.
Now, what I've got to decide is where do I want to send my main force and where do I want to send this
let's take steps.
Secondary force. Now, since this is more clear and I've got a longer way to go, I'm going to go ahead and send my main force off to the right.
Tell me what to do. Begin.
My left goes over here.
Please command me. Right. Let's begin.
Keep this guy over on this side of the river, because crossing rivers will slow things up.
Please command me.
And now let's get this guy going. And we'll
prepare
Over
yourselves.
this way. Now, I haven't moved this guy, because what I'm trying to do now is kind of like doing the pincer attack with my cavalry units. But now what I'm trying to do is, in my first move my units.
Everyone follow me!
Now, as you can see, the terrain is very hilly. And you can kind of see that, yes, there's like a little river valley here. Green valley. And this is the leader right here, so it's telling me where it was. Now, when it first showed me the setup, you can't really rely on it. Now that it's showing me the setup after this first turn of movement, it's somewhat accurate, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here...
Your command?
...is just...
strike them down!
Your command. Let's move it!
The enemy.
Please command me. Prepare yourselves. Tell me what to do. Let's do it.
Your command.
Going that way. So I think I'll send this guy over here.
Ready yourselves.
Now, this decoy unit will attract enemy
units. Let's take
units.
steps.
One of the cool things about lure provocation is that this guy will shoot his mouth off every 3 turns saying, "Come get me."
Right. Let's begin.
Your
So now what
command.
I'm doing is just
Let's
moving
begin.
my army
Please
up.
command
Now what
me.
I'm trying to do is move my army up mainly in
Let's
kind
begin.
of a nice line. Now, if I were to stay here, this guy actually gained a couple of, oh no, I didn't gain any. Units that don't move, like when you're playing defense, I might not move some units so that they'll pick up some units, pick up some manpower. So like I said, not always, you can bring an 80,000 man army into a battle and only have like 2,400 flanks. So this is one of the things I love about this
Your
game.
command.
I also like this tactical battle feature
Let's begin.
far more than the
Your
the
command.
Total War one, which is just RTS.
Let's move it.
I love the turn-based
Your command.
turns here.
Let's begin.
So right
Tell
now,
me what to
I'm
do.
just
Let's do it.
Your command. Ready yourselves.
oops. Let me just
Your
go ahead
command.
and maybe point him more like this.
Ready yourselves.
Okay.
Let's take steps. Prepare yourselves.
Please command me. Right. Let's begin.
Prepare
Trying to
yourselves.
stay a little away from these woods here because the
command.
woods obviously slow you down. And
Let's begin.
See if I start to see where the enemy units are. This is just, to me, the best tactical game feature
enemy has
I've
been
ever
found.
played. I actually
found them.
enjoy playing the tactical battles because it's turn-based and not RTS, like Total War, which I consider total garbage. So this is vastly superior. Okay, raining on the battlefield. So now, normally I could maybe have these guys ready to start shooting at the enemy if it wasn't raining. But since
Please
it's
command
raining,
me.
I have a little bit of a disadvantage. So let me just go about right here so I can
Let's
see
begin.
if I can find that guy.
Your command.
Now I think what I'm going to
Let's
do
move
is
it.
just start matching up here.
Please command me. Prepare yourselves. Begin.
Your
And I'm
command.
gonna go ahead
Ready
and set
yourselves.
these guys to attack that unit.
Please command
Cavalry
me.
is I can use the shift key here to make this guy turn. Whoops. There we go. And
Let's begin.
there we go.
Please command me. Let's begin. Let's take steps. Let's begin.
Like I'm going to have to cross
Please
the river
command
with
me.
these guys at some point.
Oh, it's
Now what I'm
our
hoping
turn
for
already?
is for the weather to clear up. So let's go ahead. I want to start
The enemy has
using
been
my
found.
musket. So like I said, this is all about morale.
Crush them.
We're starting to get into the enemy.
Please command me.
Yep. And now I'm going to move this guy away.
Strike them
Because what I'm
down.
trying to do now is kind of just run around this guy to get to the outside.
Your command. Let's begin.
So I'm going to set him here.
Your command.
This guy's going after this
Let's
guy.
begin.
And now
Tell
I
me what
have
to do.
these two guys. Okay,
Please
this
command
guy's
me.
coming back
Ready
here.
yourselves.
This is the leader.
Let's take
This guy-
steps.
my leader now is going after his leader. One of the things now,
Your command.
I'm going to use this
Prepare
guy to
yourselves.
target
Your
here,
command.
and I'm going to
Right.
cross the river
Let's
there.
begin.
Your command.
Now this is going to be tough. And let's see if
Prepare
I can,
yourselves.
not lose that cavalry guy here.
The enemy has been found.
I love this victory cry. So we have already won the battle. So, once again, this helps with
Can't
morale.
believe it.
Now, as you can see, the morale is kind of bouncing back and forth. Our disadvantages continue for a while. The less experience of our soldiers are starting to lose morale. They're being pushed back. It shows the enemy.
There appears to be someone with a plan.
Okay. Yeah, well, it won't be muskets, unfortunately.
The enemy
So
will
what's
never
guy
expect
want?
this plan.
He wants to do a cavalry charge. Well, right now,
The enemy
I'm not
will never
interested in
expect this
cavalry
plan.
charges. What I'm interested in is, hold on. Can I get over here? There we go. So what I'm trying to do is
Strike them down!
run past this guy so I can go here.
Please
Okay.
command me.
He's going there. You can already see that he's in the red on his morale. The color of the bar is that's the morale.
Tell me what
meter
to
for
do.
the unit,
Begin.
not just the manpower one.
Please
Now,
command me.
Let's take steps.
I'm, gang banging on the enemy
Please command me.
leader so that I can reduce the army's morale.
Your command.
Okay.
Let's begin.
Witness my strategies.
Now, what does he want me to do? He wants to concentrate. So concentrate would be like a defensive position. So now I know that I'm not going to get past these guys.
Witness
So
my
what I'm going
strategies.
to do is have a little bit of fun
Let's begin.
and set these guys on a merry little chase, chasing after my cavalry out here. So obviously my cavalry unit here isn't going to be the one that swings over.
With this, I will put an end to our
And then
play.
the enemy is going ahead. You can
You
see
won't
little
run,
things where
then
I'm
I will have
twinkling.
to take steps.
You have already run the
Time is now. Let's
battle,
work
the
together.
victory
Prepare
cry.
yourself.
You can see the blue is starting to gain a bit
I'll
on
show
the
them the
morale.
difference in our skill.
Now the lure provoked. Nobunaga takes the field this year, not just enough.
They're good.
So now it kind of
There
brings
appears
his
to be
leader
someone
into
with a
my
plan.
unit. Now, for some odd reason, this
The enemy will
doesn't-
never expect
isn't
this plan.
getting places.
Let's begin.
So let's just see.
Command
He
me.
is chasing
Let's
after
begin.
this guy, and you can see how this guy's losing morale.
Your command. Let's begin.
He's almost gone,
Tell me what to do. Begin.
and now we're starting here. Now you can see how the enemy
Your
leader
command.
is
Let us
losing
begin.
morale quite a bit.
Let's begin.
Your command.
Right.
Now,
Let's
sometimes
begin.
when they give these suggestions, sometimes they're good, sometimes
Please
they're not.
command me. Prepare yourselves.
So now what I think I'll do
Witness
is
my
let's
strategies.
just go like that.
Witness my strategies.
Concentrate. Once again, he's going for the defensive. So now let's see if I can get the cavalry unit. Oh, there's someone. The
Release.
enemy unit is broken.
Oh, how can we lose?
And he's retreating.
Release.
They started this. Let's finish it.
Okay. Boy, this guy's really being
Your command?
obsessed about keeping my cavalry units away from.
Let's begin.
Let's just see if I can get him. Try.
Your command. Let's begin.
Your command.
This guy's run out of people,
Please command me.
so I can just go ahead and set him to there. I think
Command
I'd better
me.
go ahead and
Let's
do
move
this.
it.
I'm going to go ahead and up to that guy.
Please command me.
Let's take
Okay, we're
steps.
getting close.
Your command. Oh, it's our turn already?
Prepare yourselves.
Witness my strategies.
Constantly. Once again, I don't
Witness
want
my
to sit in there.
strategies. Prepare
So
yourselves.
let's see if I can get that guy wiped out.
looks like they are underestimating me.
Attack!
That's right. Breaking the enemy leader. That will help. As you can see how the bars get
Spears,
real
get
blue
ready.
real quick. Victory is within our grasp. The enemy will come at us swiftly. Do not drop your guard. Now we're steadily gaining the advantage between some among the enemy of our hearts. Now it's a perfect chance to quit.
Let us pull back.
Where am I? That's an interesting look. He's almost out of...
The enemy will never expect this plan. Let's begin.
Trying to get there, but this guy...
Your command.
now
Let's
gonna make
move
sure
it.
to free up the cavalry.
Please command me.
You can
Your
see how
command.
this guy's
Begin.
almost lost his morale, while my guy's still in good shape. The enemy leader has lost
Your
morale.
command. Ready yourselves.
Prepare yourselves.
Right.
And
Let's
I
begin.
didn't get to
Your
shoot
command.
my muskets off yet.
Witness my strategies. Witness my
If you can give me something
strategies.
like cavalry, let's do
Crush
that.
them.
I want to charge. I want to get that cavalry unit through that. There we go. That was completely in our favor. Victory result. You can see I won the morale. Now we're going to pursue the
Attack!
remnants. He has about 11 guys left. He started with over 14.
I
so
will
he lost
continue
about
to win,
3,000.
and I will aim for the land.
Serious enemy damage, defeated a huge army. So here I ended up losing 1,471 to the Ouchies losing 8,500 out of the 14,000. So they lost about 5,000 in the pursuit phase. And that is a battle. So we've won the battle, and our aggression is soaring, and we might get, and we get to have this guy serving us. So now he's going to be doing not barricading, blockading. Okay, I'm blockading. I could, if I wanted to, use the storm. It would go quicker, but I would lose a lot of guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and run the clock. Now, here we are in economics. Okay. What just happened right now is this area has just turned into a grand trade zone, the Aki trade zones. So it goes by nation. And as you can see, the little border outlines and stuff around here. So that's grand trade zone. So now when
Encircle them.
I improve trade
Attack!
zones, that one I can improve multiple trade zones with one command. Let's see, the Ouchi army is in front of us yet again. I'm going to go ahead and just say, no, I don't want to do that. And yes, we won the battle against the Ouchi. Okay, and now I can just go ahead. Because what I want to do now is, since it's the end of February, we have some
Allow me
interesting
to
things here.
report.
Okay, so now let's look at our dispatches. So we have several different categories. So here it's telling me the Aki trade zones have formed into a larger grand trade zone. See, the Aki grand trade zone. And commerce here is basically just a copy of what's going on. I also last turn expanded into several other trade zones. Agriculture. So every quarter you can do something like laying down here. I laid fertilizer down 3 months ago, and now I'm seeing the effects of it. Development. Facilities. So we have different kind of facilities: trading town, drill ground, tea town, post town, musket forges, horse ranches, all kinds. We have different schools even. Diplomacy, there was nothing going on. Now, personnel. Leaders, officers can improve over time, and they can improve a lot. Now, like, some of these guys are probably growing through training in battle. Military, I blockaded Oyoki, I captured Saganomori, I captured Kurose. Here's an interesting thing where Ninja Village, I lost 400 11 units of supply and 140 soldiers to one of the Aochi ninja villages, which I kind of don't bother with. Here it's telling me that refugees from Ozu Castle have fled to other lands, but it seems they've come back. So people will flee.
These are last month's results.
A castle that's being blockaded or stormed, and then they will come back. Now we have like our balance of gold provisions and gear. This is an overview. Shows that I made 66,000 in income, had 65,000 in expenses, so I picked up 953. I've got 541,000 in gold, 143,000 in provisions. Now, shows that I'm using 23,500 for my armies here. I've got fishing income of 4,560, so my net was about almost 19,000. Now, obviously, I could only run about 7 months at this rate. Horses, I'm getting 688 a month. Muskets, I'm getting 1866. I kind of like 3 to 1. I like to get at least 3 to 1 muskets to horses, because I'm going to use, in those 9-unit armies, I'm always going to have 2 cavalry and 7 infantry. So I'm going to be more, muskets, hopefully. Now, commerce income, 51,824. Infantry pay, 32,800. So one guy was talking about kind of, make your infantry pay kind of equal to your commerce income. But then you're only left with trading town income to cover like development and commerce expenses. Commerce expense being kind of slow. That's for building up your trade zone. So I'm going to get to that in just a moment. Provisions. Here's my 4560 of fishing income. Military expense of 23,544. I could do an other expense and create other income if I were to sell provisions. And I'll show you that in a moment too. So here we have ranch income, we have muskets.
Please command me.
Now, we can order spring work for our farmers. Let us sow our best seeds on castles with low productivity. So now, what I'm going to do is go to the agriculture field. And as you can see, you have labor here, 0 out of 19. Labor is done in September. Fertilizer is done in December. And in March, which is this month, you plant seeds. Now, I found that the till doesn't work very well. So, I could either use this list to pick what castles I want to put my seeds in, or if I come up here to this overview, it'll basically show me the
I understand.
places where it wants to go to put everything. So now, here's the commerce. Once again, I love this big screen. They did a new version and they did away with the commerce screen and being able to see everything at once. You can see I got a bunch of trade zones. I started out down here. I was not very good at generating my own trade zones. I've got to build up trade somehow in my individual trade zones so that it will then take a country, one of these regions, and turn it into a grand trade zone. Now, I can expand into new trade zones that I have captured, or even adjacent friendly clans if I've got a trade agreement with them. Okay, so one thing, my rule of thumb is I never invest in other clans. See, I could invest here if I wanted, but I don't have a treaty with them. The other thing is now I can use these. I have grand trade zones, which I can use to basically improve multiple ones. And as you can see, a plus 553, that's a pretty good production boost. Let's go down. Here's a Bonuzzo trade zone, costs 5,800. I get a plus 165. Okay, but it's only one trade zone. So it's really, really good. And then the cost over here, if I click on the cost counter, this tells me that Kushikino is the most expensive at 6,000, but I only gain 165. I'm just going to, for grins, pick the Heisen one just to show you, okay, that's done. Now, so that takes care of commerce, okay? Development. Now, this is where the fun stuff is. Now, first of all, before I can build, now right here, the AI built a ninja village on top of a place where I can build a trade town. So I'm getting rid of that. That's garbage. Okay. Okay, so now let's take a look at new. So here we have a bunch of different facilities: leader camp, combat camp, politics camp, diplomat camp. I'm going to go touch over here and show you my college town, which is way down here in Akaogi. Okay, so I have these are like level 9s or something. It looks like these are at the maximum. So in 79 days, Yoshihiro Shimazu is going to upgrade this tactics camp to like level 10, I guess. I could set somebody, I don't have, so I'm doing new, so hold on. Okay, I don't have anybody that can improve those because I need a good leader for that. So now I want to, what I like to do is I like to build all 5 of the college campuses around one town, so I have a college town. That way when I post guys there, they'll improve in all different aspects. Leaders have 5 different attributes, and there are 5 different camps for training. A T-town helps improve town morale, okay, which is really important. A drill ground raises unit morale by 1 per level when they're deployed out in the field. So this raises morale for armies in the field. Also, these two are like the best. The post town will help to raise the population increase 35 per level. So this can help to grow castle population. Now, here you have some green zones. These I could either place trading, fishing, or reservoirs. Okay? So if I take a look, first of all, I like trade towns. So if I go here, and I go here.
Understood.
Okay, I've got that. Now the blue zones are basically, they won't allow you to build any special things, but they're not adjacent to a city. Now I'm going to leave the level 4 musket. Now I still have some places where I can do fishing towns. Okay, like here, and that must be a reservoir right there. Now what whoops, don't stop. Now, what I need is a T-town right here. I normally like to build a fishing village, but I need a T-town here. And this T-town is now going to serve Yuzuki and Saganamori, okay, in raising the population morale. Now, here, I kind of know that I'm not going to... Now, here, I've got a drill ground right there serving 2 different cities. Oh, and I've got a reservoir that I can build right there. So I'm going to, whoops. Guess I'm not. Now I could build a reservoir here. Since I'm not going to probably use Yuzuki, I'll have to build... See, there's a drill ground there for Oyoki. So I'm just going to build a reservoir here.
Understood.
Reservoirs help with irrigation for farming and helps mitigate droughts and flooding. So basically, I built all the new stuff I can build. Now, if I want to improve facilities, I've got this nice big list up here. I can pick, I got 4 units that can do a level 6. I've got 5 units that can do level 5. And I probably have several level 5s. Now I want to get the level 5s up to level 6 first. So I'm going to go ahead, whoopsie. So my drill grounds, oh, I guess I can just build some 6s, okay. I like that it affects 2 here, the influence bases. Okay, so I did that. Now I have 1 drill ground at level 1. So I'm kind of working my way down. Now I really like trading towns first. So I've got 4 for level 5. I've got a whole bunch more for level 2. So I don't see any level 4 trading towns. So I'm just going to pick some trading towns and upgrade these level 5s. Now it'll show me I can do level 2 and level 1. Okay, same with like T towns. I'll do this guy, I'll do this guy, and then I'm just kind of working my way down. And, you know, do the same thing. Now here, like a reservoir, 4 influences 4 bases. So, yeah, that's the one I want to pick first. Here you have forges. I got some level 3s. Got 2 that can do there and 1 there. So since I have multiple level 3s, I'm going to go ahead and just start with level 3. And now it shows I have a level 2. And I could do one of these guys. So I'm going kind of like from the higher levels to the lower levels. So that's basically your development, okay? So you have these bases, so you're building bases and stuff like this. Now, it looks like I basically have done about as much as I want to do for this first video. So what I'm going to do is do a second video. I am not going to do a series of 20 or 30 or 50 videos and go through like from the beginning to the end. What I want to do is basically do about 2 videos and go through all the various features. What I need to do is take like the March turn and go ahead and run it so that I can then do a quarter end, which will give me policies and stuff. So down here we have policies. So this is a tech tree, which is really cool. This is one of the other reasons I love this game, is it's got a tech tree. It's turn-based. The tactical battle feature is turn-based. So it's like giving orders, and then you're running clock for a set amount of time, and you just let the orders run. Now, when you're running during a turn, you have some limited options as far as being able to move officers around. You can declare war on other clans. You can march new armies and stuff. So I really haven't gotten into things like forming up an army and doing the policy and tech tree and some other things like that. So I'm going to do another video on some of the other features of this game. But this game is a blast. I mean, like Kenshin Shimazu here, okay? He started out over here in, I think it was Shizuki. Nope. I guess it was Takatsu. Nope. Or boy, I am forgetting where I started guys out. But he captured Hinoyama, Yoshida, Kuriyama and Kageyama, while another leader, this Takahisa, started out from here and captured Sato Kanayama before coming down to take Noshima. But was really fun was that Takahisa captures Hinoyama, Yoshida. He fought a battle here, started out with 19,500 troops, beat an army of 28,700 that was the Mori army, which was those 4 cities, used to be the Mori. And so once I took them out, I was able to take the Mori leaders. So by the time Takahisa gets here to Kageyama, the Yamago decide to attack from Yamabuki. So I had to finish up Kageyama, march back to Hinoyama with Takahisa to fight the Amago, and then I just, for good measure, went up here, took Yamabuki from the Amago, while the Auchi decided to declare war on the Amago. So I knew that I could, once I captured Yamaguchi, I could run Takahisa back down to Kagi and start taking Auchi lands. And that the Amago would decide to make peace with me because it was fighting another clan. So this was just so much fun running back and forth. Now, when he came back up here to fight Hinoyama, he was up against about a 35,000 man about 35,000 man army, and he had about 15,000, and I beat that one. And it's all because if I
Let's
take the
go!
March command and come in here, you can see Kagi has a limit of 16,000. So when I fought him, the Auchi here in Kagi, I had 12,200 men, and the Auchi had 39,000. And I beat him because of that 16,000 battlefield limit. So this is one reason why I love this game, is that it's not just biggest stack wins. You've got like the battlefield limits to worry about and stuff. So it takes some finesse, and I've learned to use different ways to multiple armies, so that I can use like an army to attack one area, draw the enemy to that army, and then I'm using another army to attack other castles that then become basically undefended. So I hope that you've enjoyed this initial video, and I will be back to do another one to explain the different features. I just really love this game. This is a blast.
Encircle them!
Any who oppose us. Let us go. To the battlefield!